One of the simplest concepts that majority of the people, over 90% on average, miss is the simple concept that I'm going to tell you about in this video. And most people miss, for your information, the basic concepts of life. That's why, to put it in a harsh way, most people are not successful and the minority of people are. One of the obvious things that people miss is that when you're looking at a person when they're alone, you're seeing their outside. And when you're looking at a person when they're with somebody, you're seeing their inside. Allow me to explain. Unless you see a person who's alone and you go and talk to them and spend time with them and actually get to know them, you don't know them, you're just judging them by their appearance. But if you talk to a person, if you see a person based on who they're with, you're looking at their inside, because who a person is with is directly reflective of their self-esteem, their self-value, and what the value they've placed on themselves and what they feel deep down inside that they deserve. We've often seen a very beautiful, very visually attractive woman in great shape, flat stomach, beautiful legs, beautiful hair and face, with what appears to be, for lack of a better term, a loser, somebody that has nothing. Well, you ask yourself why. I tell you why. Because that person is a direct reflection of that woman's self-esteem, self-worth, and the value that she places on herself. If you are somebody who places, let's say yourself, if you are somebody who places a high value on yourself, if you're somebody who believes that deep down inside, truly, that you deserve the best in life, would you be hanging around with someone who shoots intravenous drugs every day? Would you be hanging out with someone who does video games every day and his biggest ambition is to collect enough money to buy the next video game? The same is true for everyone in the world. When you see someone with another person that is of obviously a lower status in life, a lower status, I don't mean how they are born and everything, a lower status in how they behave and how they spend their time, because that is a single most important factor in determining what you get in life, is how you spend your time every day. So when you tell me there is someone who you see with a beautiful and attractive and they have a good job and they have a good, they've got it together, they've got a beautiful house and car and everything, but they're hanging out with the low life, it's because deep down inside that person believes they deserve a low life. That person has a low self-esteem. We often see this in the most usual example I can think of are strippers. They're usually very attractive. They have great bodies, great hair, they look very beautiful on the outside, but often their boyfriends are some guy on a skateboard with long hair and tattoos all over, and basically someone who she's supporting. You say, whoa, wow, you see, whoa, wow, this beautiful woman has it all together. She's making a lot of money. Sometimes some of them make $2,000, $3,000 a night, but she's hanging around with this guy. Why? It's because her self-esteem, her self-worth, deep down inside, she believes she does not deserve better than this guy on a skateboard and a long hair and tattoos. And the same is true in every aspect of society, and also the vice versa is true. When you see someone who's a man or woman who's not very attractive, but they're with somebody, who is very attractive, who has it all together and everything, is because deep down inside they have a very high self-confidence, high self-worth. They place a very high value on themselves, and they will simply not accept anyone below a certain threshold in life. They will simply not accept. They would rather be alone than to be with someone who's a loser. What I have just told you, there is no exception to. So whenever you guys come and give me example of such and such person who's hanging around with some loser, it's because deep down inside, under the layers of the onion, she is a loser herself. It doesn't matter that she married some guy and got some money through divorce and whatever. She is a person of very, very low self-confidence, low self-value, low self-worth, who does not deserve to be living with someone else. And unless you've been with that person, unless you've spent time with that person, you would not know. You cannot judge things from outside, as is true with anything else in life. Unless you just walked a mile in their shoe, then you know what I'm talking about. All the best.